All right, we're doing this again. And I'm back. Katie's weight loss journey. Yay! Just kidding. Hi guys, welcome. I'm nervous. You're gonna know. Just throwing that out there. And I do apologize ahead of time if I'm looking at weird places. I don't know where to look on this phone, so I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna look like I'm cross-eyed. It's okay. We're just gonna roll with it. So hi, I'm back. 5 days post weight loss surgery, and it's been a lot to take in. It's been 2 years since I posted my last weight loss journey video, and it's a lot has happened in the 2 years when it comes to the weight loss journey. Then I was at the gym every day and doing the Herbalife shakes and doing everything in the world to try to lose weight, and I kept plateauing and I wouldn't lose anything. And I'd always wanted to have the weight loss surgery, but it was always kind of in the back of the on the back burner because my insurance didn't cover it until I was at my work for 3 years. So July of this year, I hit my 3-year mark at my job, and a week later, I submitted to my doctor that I wanted weight loss surgery, and we discussed it, and we decided to have the gastric sleeve, which is the surgery I had on December 27th. And I wanted to post this video because everybody keeps asking about it. Well, that sounded cocky. A lot of my family and friends wanted to know the details, and I've had people reach out to me to know what they need to do to start the process of the gastric surgery, the whatever choice you have. So that's what I'm doing here. And if you see me stop to take a drink of water, I'm on a strict regimen of water intake that I can't stop. So so I have my water there. So the process for me, I decided to do the gastric sleeve, which is where they make your stomach 80%, they chop off 80% of your stomach and you're left with 20%, and it's in a sleeve form, and it's, still attached to your esophagus and into your intestines. Nothing else is really done except for the removing of the 80% of the stomach. I chose that one because you tend to lose the weight a little bit slower than the Roux-en-Y and the switch. And my doctor and I discussed it, and we thought that was the best bet for me. Everybody's bodies respond different to different surgeries. I have one of my very close friends who had the Roux-en-Y the day before I had my gastric sleeve, and that's what her and her doctor discussed, and I support her immensely, and she's doing amazing. Love you, Tori. So that's just my choice, was the gastric sleeve. And the process started with me having a doctor's appointment with my doctor. He submitted me to Bariatric as a referral. Within my company, I had to stick within Adventist Health because that's who I work for. So I had to go to Bakersfield. Not everybody has to do that, but for me, that's where I had to go. And it started, I had to go to a weight loss seminar, and it was hosted by Dr. Cyrus Moon, who's my surgeon, who I ended up choosing. A friend of mine went with me just so I could have some support there and have somebody else listen to all the information, because this whole process has just been so much to intake that sometimes it gets overwhelming. So I honestly suggest taking a family member or a friend with you so they can listen while you kind of just stare dumbly at everything, because that's what I did through every doctor's appointment. So I went to the weight loss seminar. They went over all the different options. They suggested all the different doctors that were available within my insurance. And that was mandatory. You had to go to that before you could start your process. So I went to that in August. And then the next step was to choose my surgeon. So I did a lot of research on my doctors, and my friend and I narrowed it down to Dr. Moon, and we thought he was the best. And for me, he's newer at the gastric sleeve. All the other doctors were more geared towards the Roux-en-Y and the switch. He was more geared towards the sleeve, so that's why I obviously went for him, because that's the surgery I wanted. So that's why I chose him, and I'm very glad I did. He's a great doctor. He was very supportive and very informative, and it was a good process as far as that goes. So once we did that, you have to have 6 months of weight loss progress documented, and they have to be 6 consecutive months. I have always struggled with weight, obviously, hence why I'm having the surgery. So it's always in my doctor's notes that I have been trying to lose weight. Thank you, Dr. Schaffner, for adding those in all those months. So mine actually started in May. So I had May, June, July, August, September. All I needed was October, September and October. So those were basically all done. Other than the 6 months from the weight loss documentation, I also had to meet with a nutritionist. I had to have a psychological evaluation. That was fun. I had to have a barium swallow, which is a disgusting milky white consistency that you have to swallow, and then they do radiology images down your chest to make sure that you swallow properly. No issues there. But that was not fun. It's really hard on your body to do that. You also have to have imaging of your gallbladder and your abdomen to make sure that you don't have any issues in there. If you do, at least for my doctor, he removes your gallbladder if there's an issue while he's in surgery. You also have to have an upper endoscopy, which is a camera that goes down your throat, make sure that your esophagus is good, goes into your stomach, make sure your stomach's good. And then you also have to have a colonoscopy. I lucked out, I had those already done, so I didn't have to do them this time around. However, I did have a hernia in my esophagus that my doctor noted on my report from my endoscopy. So he went in during surgery and just put a stitch in there, and that's all healed. Most people complain of heartburn and stuff before surgery because of it. I never noticed a difference. I don't notice a difference now. It's just fixed. So that was helpful, I guess. But yeah, those are all the things you have to have done before you submit to the insurance, as well as I had to lose 15% of my body weight, which was roughly about 20 pounds at that time. Fun fact, you have to lose that before you submit to the insurance, not before surgery date, which is what caused me a lot of issues. I was under the impression it was before surgery date, so I wasn't as strict on myself. Come to find out, it was before submittal date. I had 2 weeks to lose 20 pounds. That was fun. No, it wasn't. I ate a lot of eggs and cheese, and it sucked. And I was a bitch. And I do apologize to everybody for that. It fucking sucked. But so that is something I wanted to mention is please do that before you submit to insurance, lose the weight before you have to submit, because you'll be in my boat, and it was really stressful. But luckily I made submittal date and turned it into the insurance. I was a nervous wreck for about a week. I was kind of scared that they were going to reject me because I wanted to have the surgery done before the end of the year. I found out that I got approved as I was driving home from work one day, pulled over the side of the road and cried because I have been waiting for this moment for 3 years. Wow, I just got emotional for a second. 3 years I waited for this, and I struggled my whole life. Anybody who knows me, I've struggled my whole life with my weight. So I was really excited for that, to finally get the approval for the submittal. And we got a surgery date that day, December 27th, and it was nerve-wracking, and I'm so glad I did it, but man, it takes a lot out of you. It really takes a lot. And you notice who is really there for you during this, because it's lonely. It's a lonely process, and it's hard. It's really, really hard, because you kind of have to change your whole, you have to change your whole life, but a lot of people don't realize that you have to change everything, and you have to change kind of your surroundings, and you learn who says they're going to be there for you and who really is. And that's been a real big eye-opener for me. But so off topic, back to the point. So my surgery was December 27th, 2 days after Christmas. I know, right? I sure know how to pick the timing of things. So 2 weeks prior to surgery, I was on a full liquid diet. Just let that sink in, guys. Full liquids, 2 weeks. I had to drink nothing but these protein drinks. I got to drink 3 of these a day. I got to have 2 string cheeses for 12 days, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. And let me tell you, you do not realize how much you miss chewing food until you can't chew food. And you savor those moments when you get to have a fucking string cheese. Ask anybody at my work, I was a royal pain in the ass. Sorry. Couldn't help it. But yeah, I drink these Premier protein drinks. They have 30 grams of protein. My goal for the day was 70 to 80, so I was getting 90, even better. You had to drink water, so I drink a lot of Kirkland, the big bottles from Costco, because it's easier than having to refill my bottle 18,000 times. I drank or ate Jell-O, popsicles, things like that. Sugar-free, of course. You can't have sugar once you have a gastric bypass or gastric sleeve. It can cause your body to freak out and have really bad symptoms. It's dumping syndrome if you eat things that are not a part of your new lifestyle, which scares the shit out of me, so I'm not even trying to do that. But yeah, liquid diet for 2 weeks. Lots of broth too. I could have broth. No alcohol. You guys know me. You know I love whiskey. I haven't had whiskey in almost a month. Let's just, can I get a round of applause? Come on. That is a feat in itself. Yes, I have smelled a Jameson bottle about 7 times. Can somebody make a Jameson candle so I can just light it in my room and just be surrounded by the smell of my favorite thing in the whole world that I can't have anymore? Well, I mean, I can have it eventually. December 2019, it's happening. But so that's been hard, honestly. So yeah, and then surgery day came. I had to go down Wednesday night. My sister went with me. I was a nervous wreck. One of my very good friends literally had to talk me down, I don't know, about 17 times. He knows who he is. Thank you very much. I went to dinner with my sister the night before. I had broth from a pho place. It was really good. Bakersfield has good pho. And then I went to bed and I proceeded to wake up every 2 hours the whole night until I had to get up to take my shower. The night before and the morning of surgery, you have a bottle about this big. You have to use half of it. It's antibacterial soap. You have to wash your whole body. And then the morning of, you have to do it again. No lotions, nothing like that. And then you go to the hospital and check in. And yeah, then you have your surgery and you get 5 little incisions. I have them. I'm not going to show you my belly because my steri strips look gross. But I have one underneath my bra line, 2 or 1 on each side, 1 down below on my left quadrant, and 1 at my belly button, which is my largest incision, which is I think where they pulled my stomach out, because I was under the impression that they just kind of left it floating in there. And I'm a medical professional. Apparently that's not true. It is pulled out from your stomach or your abdomen, which makes sense. I don't know why I thought it was just gonna float around in there all willy-nilly like, but hey, that's what I fucking thought. All right, I'm not the smartest, but so they pulled it out and they fixed my hernia, and I woke up from surgery high as a fucking kite. It was fun. Morphine, it's good stuff. And they also did an endoscopy while I was in the surgery room, so I could actually start taking liquids that day. Most people have to wait till the next day, so I was very lucky with that. And I got taken back to my hotel. A hotel? No, it was definitely not a hotel. My hospital room, where my sister met me, and we began the process of me wanting to die because my stomach fucking hurt. Not really wanting to die, but I had never had surgery, and I have a really high pain tolerance, and I'm just gonna let you know that I felt fine, honestly. Like, I was sore. You could tell that I had surgery. I felt like I had done ab day for 17 straight days. That's basically what it felt like, just fucking sore. The worst pain was the air that was trapped in my abdomen. So when you have an abdominal surgery, they like inflate your stomach full of air so they can like make it bigger. I mean, it's pretty big anyways, but like make it larger so they can like fiddle around in there and do what they flipping need to do. And then they like suture you up, and then you're just supposed to like your body processes the air out. So you're supposed to burp. Excuse me, I burp a lot. Excuse me. Or fart it out. But they don't tell you that it's nearly impossible to do either fucking thing straight after surgery. So you're just in fucking uncomfortableness. I literally just was uncomfortable. Like, I couldn't find a comfortable position. The only time I asked for pain meds was because I couldn't get the air out, and then it started to add pressure to my wounds. Then I would ask for pain medication. I didn't want to ask for pain. I wanted to try to do this like the boss ass bitch I am, but I'm a sissy and I needed the pain medication. But one thing that the nurses all said about me was that I was one of the first people to get up that quickly after surgery to start walking. The thing about me is I'm an overthinker. Don't know if anybody knows this about me. I'm an overthinker, okay? I tend to overthink everything. If you tell me I'm gonna possibly have blood clots after surgery, I already have them. That's just how it is. I already have the blood clots. They're in my legs, and now I need to walk them out. I don't. I'm just fucking crazy, and that's how my mind processes things. I know. So I was like, hey, I have to get up to use the ladies' room. Can I start walking? And the nurse was like, are you sure? You just had surgery. I was like, ma'am, the doctor told me I need to start walking. Like, can I start walking? So I was up and walking within like 2 hours of being in my hotel. Why do I keep saying hotel? It's not a hotel. It's a hospital, dumbass. My hospital room. And my sister walked with me. The first walk was super short, just a little loopsy. And then I took a nap because it's fucking tiring. I just had major surgery, and here I am trying to fucking run a marathon because, you know, I am who I am. So every time I had to use the ladies' room, because I was on an IV drip, so I was staying hydrated, I would go walk. And so the next couple times I walked the whole floor. And then I would go lay down because, again, you get tired super easily. That's one thing they did not really warn me of. They said I would be a little tired. No, dude. I can't walk very far, even now at the 5 days later, without getting really tired. I can't sit up for long periods of time without getting really tired or my stomach starting to hurt. I feel like I'm pregnant because I'm like rubbing my belly all the time, but it's just because that's what makes me feel comfortable. But yeah, you get really, really tired really, really easily. But I did it, and then, you know, trying to sleep. I actually slept pretty well the first night. Thank you to my nurse for coming in at midnight and giving me a larger dose of the pain medication because it helped me sleep. Do not appreciate the midnight CNA who kept banging the fucking door against the wall and turning all the goddamn lights. You, ma'am, suck real big dicks, and I hate your face. That's from me to you. But other than that, it was really easy to get comfortable. Once you had the pain medication, I was starting to burp, and that was helping. I was trying to drink as much water as I could, broth as I could. Did not appreciate the Jell-O that they had. It was not tasty. The next day, I started walking at 5 a.m. because my fucking nurse made me. And then I walked a couple times. I got discharged around noon, headed home with my sister, and literally posted it up. The rest of that day, I was in and out of sleepy time because I took a pain pill when I came home. The only one I've taken since I've been back from the hospital. But that drive sucked, and my stomach hurt. I actually use CBD oil instead. I get mine at Yosemite Hemp Company. I think that's what it's called. Sorry, Ryan. But I get mine from there. It helps take away the pain and I get anxiety whenever I have the pain. So that helps with that. It just helps my body calm down. So instead of pain medication, I've been using that. They will make you do breathing on a spirometer. This is it here. You take this, you suck on it, and you have to get it up to this level. It's my sucking machine. I'm good at it, I guess. So that's one thing they send you home with. You have to drink 64 ounces of fluid a day. I'm roughly about 48. I'm trying my best to get it up, but when your stomach's, you know, literally this big, you can't drink so much. So that's what I try to do. I try to stick with lots of water, obviously. My protein shakes, I try to drink at least one of these a day. These have 30. I'm supposed to get 70 to 90 grams of protein a day. I've been drinking these IsoPure protein waters. They're not amazing, but they're not the worst one I've ever had. So I enjoy these the best. And these have 40 grams of protein. So if I drink at least a shake in this a day, I'm hitting my protein levels is what I'm more concerned with. Because, well, they're both liquid, so at least I'm getting some liquid. Hold on. I'm supposed to be, I'm able to eat Greek yogurt, which also has protein in it. The Oikos zeros, triple zeros, no sugar, tons of protein. I eat those. I have sugar-free Jello. It now takes me 3 days to finish 1 cup, which is weird to me. I'm allowed to have, I have an air bubble in my stomach. Oh, excuse me, so sorry. It happens. I'm also allowed to have popsicles, sugar-free, of course. Best stuff ever. And broth, lots of broth. That's about it. And I'm now allowed to have cream soups as long as I strain out the like whatever flavor it is, like the bits. Like if it's cream of mushroom, I have to strain out the mushrooms. And then I mix in clear protein powder into that, and that's what I can eat right now. But you know, as far as pain goes, I haven't been in a lot of pain other than sometimes if I drink too quick or take too big of a drink, it hurts a second and I have to like kind of let it pass, and then I like burp and then I'm fine. I've been taking, I use Bariatric Advantage. They're specifically made for bariatric patients. They're chewable. Oh, that was a gross sound. Okay, I was gonna try to open them, but fuck that. I have to take one of those in the morning, one of those at night. Today was my first day doing it because it's the first day I felt up to doing it. But yeah, I just try to focus on drinking my liquids, walking whenever I can. I lay in bed a lot because, again, I get really tired and it hurts to, again, sit up for long periods of time. Like last night, we were playing board games for New Year's, and I had a pillow propped against the table to help me, but 45 minutes to I think we were playing for like an hour. I was done. Like I just was like, can I go please lay down? Like I'm so tired. My stomach hurts. And you know, everybody's been real, my whole family, my sister, my brother-in-law, my nieces and nephews, they have all been wonderful in checking on me. My niece Parker comes in all the time. Auntie, do you need anything? I'm not allowed to lift anything, even though I try. I get yelled at. Yesterday at the grocery store, I was allowed to carry the bread. Thanks. So that's been hard for me, is I don't like to rely on people because I don't like feeling like a burden. So that's been really hard for me. I know I mentioned this earlier, but emotionally it's been hard on me. I know I act all chipper and stuff most of the time on Facebook. I know my emotions are like this. I post sappy shit. I post happy shit. You know, I just up and down, up and down. And I do apologize. I'm still trying to get used to my new life. And it's been kind of lonely a little bit. You know, I've had people who I haven't talked to in years reach out to me, send me messages and well wishes and checking on me, and that's just like mind blowing. And then I have people who are in my life on a daily basis who haven't, you know, checked on me. That's not to call anybody out. I know we all have our own lives, but it's rough when you're going through something and you kind of wish you had somebody just to be there for you. And you know, I've lucked out. I have a few people who've checked on me every single day. One in particular, they know who they are, and I thank them all the time for being there for me. And it's been nice to have just those few people who mean that means a lot. And you know, I've had a couple people come visit me. My friend Heather came to visit, and like she's like, oh my god, this cute cup, isn't it so cute? I fucking love this thing. It's so cute. My best friend Michael stopped by to see me. Another friend's coming on Wednesday, and a few other people have mentioned maybe coming by this week. I know a lot of people wanted to give me my space during the first few days, but please come, I'm bored. I can only watch so much Netflix. But you know, like I said, my family's been great and checking on me, and I'm finally feeling somewhat back to Katie, but it's not 100% yet. And I've been feeling a little sad lately. I just woke up today and was just bummed out for some reason, and I don't know why, but it's part of the process. My body's trying to get used to this new stomach, this new everything. And in February of 2015, I weighed 357 pounds. It's the highest I've ever been in my entire life. I felt miserable. I felt disgusting. Over summer, I was 320 ish, 325. And I felt great. I felt more confident in my body than I ever had. Certain reasons for that, but that's not the point. And then, right before surgery, I was down to 316. That was, when I started the process. When I submitted to the insurance, I was at 300. Went back up a few pounds after submittal to 309. And then when I saw my doctor for pre-op, I was at 300 again. And then before surgery, the day of surgery, I had the nurse bring me a scale, and I was 290. And this morning I was 280. That's crazy to me. I'm gonna cry. I've never been that low. And so that's been really exciting. That's been what's keeping me going. The past few days is just seeing the process, and eventually my body's not going to hurt anymore. And that's why I had this. I forgot to mention that. That's why I had the surgery done. Is everybody, there's been a lot of people who have talked to me in my life that I'm doing this for vanity reasons, because I want to be skinny and be pretty, and once I'm skinny, I'm going to get all the guys. And I don't have issues getting guys in my life right now. Thank you very much. I have men in my life that like me for me. Surprisingly, I know that, everybody wants a skinny bitch. No. I have men in my life that like me for my curvaceous self and my, winning personality. But it sucks to hear that. And that's why I posted something the other day, or now it's a few weeks ago. I didn't choose this for vanity. I chose this because my fucking hips hurt all the time. My knees, my back, my chest, my whole body aches constantly. My sciatic pain is through the fucking roof. I have plantar fasciitis on my feet, my toes, everything fucking hurts all the time. That's why I chose this. Plus, if you know me, my father passed away when I was 21 years old from a lot of health issues that I can avoid if I'm healthier. And I'm not one to deny that I needed help. I needed the help to get past this point. And if, the surgery was the best option for me, you may not agree with it. That's your own fucking life. This is mine, and this is what I chose. And if you don't like it, don't comment. Don't be a part of this. Don't mention it. Don't talk about it. I did this for me to make my life better. And if you guys can't support that, then get the hell out. Because I don't need that kind of negativity. I need the people who are going to support me no matter what I want to do. And if it means having surgery, then support that. If it means shaving my head, support that. Don't put me down because it doesn't fit into what you think my life should be. And, I'm proud of the decision I made. I'm proud of myself for getting this far. It takes a lot to decide to have fucking surgery. You literally, my whole life is different. My whole life has changed. And now I have to live that life, and I'm fucking excited. For the first time, I'm excited for what could be, because I'm not going to be in pain anymore, and I'm going to be healthier, and I can, have children now, and, not have to worry about having all these medical issues. I'm going to be able to play with Parker soon and do things in my life that I've always wanted to do, but I couldn't because my weight held me back. Somebody came down the hall. I didn't know who it was. So that's my video. That's the new me, the new Katie, the slightly sad but lighter in the midsection Katie. I'll keep you guys updated on what's happening next and how things are going, maybe tomorrow or in a few days. Thank you guys for all the love and support, for the ones that have been there for me, and for the ones that don't care, see you later. You're not welcome here anyways. Bye guys, love you.